Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today our lesson is on graphing linear inequalities, which is very similar to graphing equations, except you could have a dotted versus a solid line, and you'll also have a shaded region. Let's take a look at our first example. Here we have y is less than 1/3 x minus 2. Our slope is the coefficient attached to x, which is 1/3. The y-intercept is the constant, so that's -2. And our inequality symbol tells us two things. It tells us that we are going to shade below our boundary line, and it also tells us that we are going to have a dotted line instead of a solid line because we don't have the equals to symbol underneath it. Plot the y-intercept on the y-axis at -2 and use our slope to finish the graph. So this is our rise over our run, or our change in y over change in x. We go up 1 to the right 3. We could also extend our graph in the opposite direction, going down 1 to the left 3. Since it's a dotted line, I'm just going to draw little dash marks going through our points. And we're going to shade below this boundary line. So this shaded region actually represents all the possible solutions that would make this inequality true. So if you are asked to list a possible solution, you have to list something in the shaded region. So for this one, let's just identify a point. Let's say this point, and that would be for -3. This is one possible solution. Let's take a look at another example. Here we have y is greater than or equal to -1/2 x plus 2. Our slope is -1/2. Our y-intercept is 2. This greater than or equal to symbol tells us two things. It tells us that we are going to shade above our boundary line, and it also tells us that we're going to have a solid line because of that equals symbol. Plot the y-intercept on the y-axis at 2, and then our slope of -1/2 means we go down 1 to the right 2, or we could extend it in the opposite direction, up 1 to the left 2. Draw a solid line, and we're going to shade above our boundary line. So again, this represents our solution set. If you're asked to list a possible solution, you have to list something that's in your shaded region. So let's go ahead and identify a point in that region, and a possible point would be 5, 2. This concludes our lesson on graphing linear inequalities. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those questions in the comment section below. And for more math tutorials, subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.